They Live is a 1988 science fiction horror film directed by John Carpenter. It stars Roddy Piper, Keith David, and Meg Foster. It is based on the Ray Nelson short story called 8 O'Clock in the Morning, which I sadly haven't read. I have seen the movie though. Anyway, let's start the review. The movie revolves around a man credited only as Nada, which means nothing in Spanish, which I think they might have given him that name to make it feel like that this kind of thing could happen to anyone. That, basically to show that he's not one of them, he's just a commoner that's simply a victim to all of this happening, just like us. Anyway, he moves into Los Angeles in search of a place to sleep as well as work. Oh, by the way, he's played by Roddy Piper. After getting all that taken care of, he befriends a man named Frank, played by Keith David, and sees a man on television trying to send out a warning that we are being watched and controlled by a higher power, and that a signal is being sent out to keep humanity in a trance to prevent them from seeing the truth. Nada doesn't think much of it, until he discovers something in the local church that changes his mind. While I will admit this film was a little slow to start, it was still engaging enough to not be that big of an issue. In fact, that kind of kept the mystery going for me, since I was honestly really curious to know where exactly the signal was coming from and who or what is involved with it all. This plot also has an interesting message about the ways commercialism and media has slowly enslaved us and has bent us to their will. I give plot a B+. Next is acting. Acting in this film is surprisingly good. Roddy Piper's performance as Nada was a lot of fun to watch, as it kind of reminded me of Arnold's performance in The Terminator. Haven't seen him in other stuff, but now I'm kind of curious to see him in other movies. I give acting a B. Finally, directing. John Carpenter has given us a smart premise with a very engaging execution. The design of the creatures were amazing and very realistic for the time. John Carpenter's music also adds a nice touch as Nada wanders the sun-soaked roads of Los Angeles. I give directing an A-. Overall, They Live is a nice little horror film that should be seen by all fans of the genre. It has an excellent storyline, a badass and hilarious ending, and an awesome lead character. The message about how the media practically controls us was also dealt with in a very smart way. I give They Live a B+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and sub for more content.